Hello, and I want to share my experience on this build. So this is what they call the SpiritWave. So what I did on my character is feel the experience of without using the Mythic Uniques. Unfortunately, in my experience, it doesn't work perfectly without the help of the Mythic Unique. So how does the build works? So we're using the unique chest called the Blood Artisan's Cuirass. So this chest is producing and spawning a free bone spirit for every blood orbs that we pick up. We are heavily relying on producing blood orbs. So there's a couple of items that can produce blood orbs. One is from Bloodlands when it overpowers, and one is from the Embalmer aspect when you consume corpse. However, we're not consuming corpse, so we will not be able to use the Embalmer. So one skill that we can produce more blood orbs is through this blood wave. And with the help of the tidal aspect, we can produce more blood orbs. So the tidal aspect gives 2 additional waves, so that's give us 3 times 3 3 blood orbs times 3 waves, so that gives us 9 blood orbs in total. So with the help of the fast blood aspect, so right now I'm at tier 15, so this is not yet the max tier for the fast blood, so that gives us 3.6 seconds. So 3.6 times 9, that gives us roughly 32.4 seconds cooldown. So in one cast of Blood Wave, we will be able to reset the cooldown and we can recast it again. However, the 9 blood orbs is not spawning on the first cast. We are waiting for the third wave in order to fully reset. And based on my run here on T6, I'm using the assistance of the elixir of advantage that gives us attack speed. So what I noticed on this build, it heavily relies on attack speed and ultimate cooldown, or the global cooldown, because we need to cast the blood wave as many times as we can. However, we cannot just heavily invested on cooldown, because we need the bloodlands to pick up the blood orbs for us, and that is with the help of the gore quills aspect. So if we heavily invest on attack speed, so what happens is, so we're attacking very fast, we're picking up blood orbs, but if your cooldown is, say you right now I have I hit ultimate cooldown here twice, and then I don't have cooldown, I didn't master crit cooldown here, only in this part. Imagine this is around, I think if we don't have this cooldown here, so we're at 37. Imagine we are casting blood wave. So we have already casted our third wave, but the cooldown of the blood wave is not yet. So that's a third wave. So we're still at around 10 seconds downtime. So during that time, we're not spawning any bone spirit, and we have to take note that the bone spirit is our main damage dealer here, not the blood wave. So the bloodlands is our utility that helps us on picking up the blood orbs in order to proc the free bone spirit, and the blood wave is another utility in order to produce more blood orbs. So blood wave for the blood orbs, bloodlands pick up the blood orbs, then it procs the bone spirit. Now, if you're only investing on attack speed, what happens is, if you have a high cooldown on our ultimate skill, the blood wave, so what happens is, we're attacking so fast, we're not producing as many blood orbs because of the high cooldown of the blood wave. Now, what if we invest on the cooldown, not on the attack speed? It's still doing okay, but again, we need to pick up the blood orbs as fast as we can in order to produce the blood orbs to proc this Blood Artisan's Cuirass. Therefore, what I have experienced here, attack speed and ultimate cooldown needs to be, I would say, masterwork together. Like, for example, probably one here, one here. Basically, we need to hit the attack speed and the ultimate cooldown as much as we can. We cannot just, I think, heavily invest on the attack speed, unless you have the Mythic Uniques like the Harlequin Crest and the Ring of the Starless Skies. But I don't want to talk about the Mythic Uniques because what I want is, the reason why I created this video is I also want to feel that can I use this build as my first character. On this season, I can only efficiently do tier 6 at this moment. Upon several testing on what kind of affixes and aspects that I need to place here. I also tried on removing Great Feast by adding accelerating aspect. That gives us another 25% attack speed. So right now I'm at 68.9. So if I do overpower, Ratma's Chosen gives me another 50. So now I'm at 118. Oh, sorry. It's because I have 15% attack speed here. So I'm at, without the elixir, I'm at 53%. And then Ratma's Chosen is 50%. That gives me 103%. And then if I have accelerating aspect, then that gives me another 25%. So now we are saying that our attack speed is now good. And we have high cooldown on the Blood Wave. However, if we are dropping Great Feast or Sacrificial, we are losing a lot of DPS, almost by half. And that's another problem. So we are producing more Blood Wave, more Blood Orbs. We're picking up very fast. We are spawning more Bone Spirit, but the damage output is like 50% lesser compared to just putting Great Feast, and then we don't have any choice but to use the Elixir of Advantage to give us more attack speed. We don't care about the lucky hit, we only care for the attack speed here. However, on season 6, they're changing the skill tree of the Blood Wave, wherein this one on season 6, it will now produce 6 blood orbs per wave. And the title is they have buffed the title to have a 120% multiplier. So even though we're not really letting the Blood Wave to deal the damage, but at least it gives an additional DPS on our attack. So my experience on using this SpiritWave build, it is not an ideal starting build if this is going to be your first character. Actually, this is my second character, and I was able to get a Blood Artisan's Cross early in my leveling. I believe it's still here. This one. So I was able to get this. So with +3, but it's a Sacred Unique. And then after reaching World Tier 4, I know on Season 6 it will be different now. But I'm struggling with regards to spawning Blood Orbs if you don't have a maximum fast blood. And again, unlike the other builds like Blood Surge, Minions, and I guess even Blight, if they already get the right aspect that they need, like for example Blood Surge, even without the Crewer's Embrace, it will still perform well, and it will only increase its damage output when you have the Crewer's Embrace. By just equipping one of its primary unique, you're good to go. However, for this Blood Wave, even though you have this is not going to work efficiently without this fast blood aspect. There's another way to reset the Blood Wave cooldown is by the use of the Flicker Step, if you have this. But you need to keep on evading on enemies in order to reduce the cooldown of the ultimate. For a large pack of mobs, you may be able to reset the ultimate cooldown. However, you will be struggling on a single target, like the boss. So you keep on evading. It's going to be counterproductive if you're going to use the Flicker Step, because instead of keep on casting your Blood Lance in order to pick up the Blood Orbs, now you are also focusing on evading in order to reset the cooldown through that Flicker Step. Right now, I'm struggling on T6, so I can only masterwork up to 8. I can masterwork this to 12 if you have another character that is already have a good build and it already can clear T7, that you can already collect and acquire Neath Iron in order to masterwork this to 12. Then again, if you're using this build as your first character and your first build, especially if you got this early on your leveling progress, you already got this unique chest. But if you don't have this, it's not going to be that efficient. Then you also need this. So without this, also, even though if you have this, you also need this. So technically, you need 3 primary items in order for this build to be okay, not efficiently. Because if you want it to be efficient, then you need to have a max roll of 3 blood orbs pickup, and then the fast blood as well. And take note that this, compared to other uniques of the items like the Crewer's Embrace, you need the very high roll in which is the 3 blood orb pickup. So yeah, I think it's going to be performing better on season 6, and I'm looking forward how this build is going to perform. Again, thank you very much for watching, and hope this video also helped on playing this build. If you have also played this build without the Mythic Uniques, feel free to give your comments on the comment section below. And again, thank you very much for watching, and like and subscribe if you like this video, and thank you very much and have a good one. Bye.